Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new season of Comic Book Club. Today I'm here starting out with JoJo. JoJo, say hi to everybody.
Hey, comic book fans. Hey.
Some of you guys might remember JoJo from last season. JoJo was at the Atlantic City Comic Con with us last year. Remember,
Yes.
I hooked you up with some Paris Cullen stuff.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I do remember that really greatly.
Greatly. Well, I got something else for you today, too.
Really?
This past weekend was the New Jersey Comic Expo up in North Jersey and the Jersey Shore Comic Book Show in Toms River. I went to both of them this weekend, and I got a couple things, and then I got something for every member of Comic Book Club. We're going to share that with you today. But first off, I want to start with this. I had an opportunity to once again see my friend Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, who is one of the greatest artists in comics, and for years and years, and I mean like 30 years, he has been doing all of the licensing artwork for DC Comics. So if you got shirts or lunch boxes or who knows what, Jose probably drew it. And this is the style guide piece for the new Flash for 52. And with Flash being so popular with the television show, and our friend Frankie, who's not here with us today, giving us the weekly updates, I figured it'd be a perfect piece to get. So these are Jose's pencils of the Flash New 52 style guide. It's a great piece, actually. Had an opportunity to take a picture with him with it, of course, and he signed it. So this is for me, but there were a number of artists at the show. We'll be talking about them throughout the episode. But Sean Chen was there, and Sean Chen used to draw Iron Man. And Joe, I got this Iron Man signed by Sean Chen for you.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. P. And thank you, Sean, very much. Wow. Awesome.
You an Iron Man fan?
Yeah, I love Iron Man. I'm mad at Civil War.
You're mad at Civil War? What about it didn't you like?
I didn't like how Captain America and Iron Man just got into a fight just because of one stupid thing that Scarlet Witch messed up. She accidentally messed up and killed maybe 20 people or so.
That's all right. But you do like Iron Man?
I love Iron Man a lot, and this is my first Iron Man comic, actually. So I'm glad to read this.
You know what's funny, you mentioned that because I didn't bring it with me, but my very first Iron Man comic was drawn by Bob Layton. And I actually brought with me the original newsstand issue, and Bob Layton signed that for me. And you know what, I'm going to change up our order a little bit because speaking of Bob Layton, we're going to come right back in just a moment with more Bob Layton. All right, we're back with the second segment of the first episode of Season 3 Comic Book Club. And of course, I'm here with Campbell. Campbell, how are you?
Good, I'm good. It's great to be back in the set. I always love doing this. It's so much fun.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I was just talking to JoJo about Iron Man comics, and I gave him that issue signed by Sean Chen. And then I mentioned to him that my very first issue of Iron Man when I was, I think, 11 years old, was drawn by Bob Layton. Well, Bob Layton was at the show. I love having an opportunity to see Bob. And this time, I got some more comics signed for members of the Comic Book Club. So Bob Layton signed this Iron Man issue to Campbell from Bob Layton. Bob Layton is the classic Iron Man cartoonist. All right, he's been drawing Iron Man for, again, 30 years or so. Very associated with the character. And he was also, in the independent days of the 90s, he was like one of the driving forces behind Valiant Comics. So Bob's had a long, successful career. It's always great to see him. And it was so nice that he had taken some time to sign issues for kids in the Comic Book Club. So Campbell, that's yours.
Thank you. Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, Bob is great. Had an opportunity to meet Bob at that AC Con we talked about. And he drew this Hercules and this Iron Man for me as well. So again, always great to see him. Campbell, was there anything else you were going to talk about on this episode?
No, not really.
All right. Well, thanks again for being with us this week. Looking forward to another great season together. And I hope you enjoy your personalized signed Iron Man comic.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right. Adios.
Adios. All right, right back at with this episode of Comic Book Club. Here we are. But now Hayden's up. Hayden, how you been?
I've been doing great. How you guys been doing?
Doing all right. I was talking about going to the con this weekend and meeting Bob Layton again. And you're one of the kids that he signed this issue for. So this one's to Hayden from Bob Layton. It's Iron Man 236. I told you already the story about my Iron Man experience. I hope it's good for you as well.
Wow, that's really nice. Thank you so much.
What about you? What'd you bring with us today?
Oh, well, I've been really busy shopping, and so basically, I bought. I could not find number 1, but I have number 2 of Nova, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally 8. And then the next series I have is Champions 1 and 2. I couldn't find the third one, unfortunately. Doctor Strange, Mystic Apprentice number 1. And this one is very similar to the movie. It has pretty much the same scenes. And Rebirth, Teen Titans number 1, and Rebirth, The Flash number 9.
Wow, you have been busy shopping. Where do you get your books?
I get some of them. Well, I got a bunch of these at Books A Million.
Okay.
And then I got all the Nova ones at I think it's a store not close to here, but it's like Books and Music Exchange or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, not bad. So listen, while you're sitting here, I want to tell you, I know we have a couple other things to talk about with the other members, but also at this convention was Jerry Ordway. Now, Jerry Ordway, I have been reading Jerry Ordway comics since I started collecting comics, and I first was made aware of his work on All-Star Squadron. You guys remember Jerry was big in the 80s on All-Star Squadron. He also did some inking over John Byrne for Marvel and Fantastic Four, and then of course he became really famous as one of the Superman artists, and then of course one of the Captain Marvel artists, beginning with his Shazam graphic novel. So I was so excited that he had made an appearance at the con, unannounced as it was. So I had an opportunity to get this Captain Marvel from Jerry
Mr.
Ordway.
Lacey?
Excuse me. Yes,
Hi, Greg's father's here. Can you send him down?
I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always working here at Comic Book Club. One moment. All right. So pardon the interruption. I'm not Mike Wilbon. But you guys probably know that Comic Book Club is a school club here at St. Joseph Regional School in Somers Point, New Jersey. And I am the principal, so sometimes I get called to do certain things besides talking comics with the Comic Book Club. But this is Ian. Ian, good to have you back. How you been?
Good.
Good. Well, I got something for you too. Like I was saying, so Bob Layton signed a copy of Iron Man for Ian as well. So everybody was so generous at the con. So nice that they were signing these comics for all the kids in the club.
Thanks.
Oh, you're
Thanks,
welcome.
Bob.
Excellent. Are you going to talk about anything else today?
Actually, I got another one like this.
The exact same one?
Yeah, but I mean it's not signed, but you know.
Oh, really? So you
Yeah.
have Iron Man 243?
Mhm.
So now you have a signed copy?
Yeah.
See that? So you might give your unsigned copy to a friend in the comic book club
Yeah.
so they could read it or have it. Now you get a signed one.
I might think about that.
Do you have any other signed comics?
Yeah. I think from last year, Captain America 50th anniversary.
Oh,
from
right.
Bob Pacheco.
He signed that for you?
Hmm?
He signed one for me last year too.
Huh.
That's his actual first published work.
Oh,
We'll
really?
talk more about Bob in a second because we saw him this weekend as well. But all right, thanks a lot, Ian.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. And here we are right back, like we weren't even gone. I'm with Brandon, though. Brandon is a brand new member of Comic Book Club. Brandon, why don't you introduce yourself, say hello?
Hi, my name is Brandon.
How about hello?
Oh, hello.
All right, okay, that was easy. All right, so Brandon, we've been talking about New Jersey Comic Expo. Obviously, I got to meet Jerry Ordway, one of my favorite cartoonists from when I was a kid. Obviously, Bob Layton was there. You know, he did some signed comics for everybody. But Peter David was also there. Peter David was a big-time Marvel writer while I was growing up, even into the 90s and well on beyond. But he's probably most known, I would guess, most known for his work on the Incredible Hulk. And under his direction, the Hulk went into an all new direction, and even merged some of his personality issues to form the new Incredible Hulk. And that special collector's item issue was signed by Peter for Brandon. So Brandon, this is for you.
Thank you, Mr. P. And I would also like to say thank you to Peter as well.
That's nice. Did you plan on speaking about anything else on this first episode of Comic Book Club?
No.
No? All right, but you're a new member, but you did have an opportunity to go with us to the movies recently and see Doctor Strange. What did you think of that?
It was pretty good.
Not bad, right? All right. So we'll be right back with our next comic. All right, right back at you. Here we are again. And this time I'm here with Sam. Sam, how are you?
I'm good.
Good?
Mhm.
All right, so you know I went to Comic-Con, obviously, this
Yes.
weekend. Got some stuff. And I got this 30th anniversary issue of the Hulk, signed by Peter David for you to Sam. All right,
Thank
so
you.
that's for you. Oh, you're welcome.
And thanks to Sean, or to Sean.
That's Peter.
Peter, sorry. Why do I think Sean?
Because Sean signed JoJo's.
Sorry. Yeah, it's Peter. And
So what else were you going to talk about
Oh.
this week?
this is something I got really excited for when I heard. It's the announcement that Young Justice is getting another season.
Yeah, they are. They
Yeah.
are.
I can't wait for that. I remember I watched all the other both two first seasons on Netflix.
Right.
I like them. I had some problems with the second season, but this third season I think will be really good.
Animation is great. On
Yeah,
that
the animation's
series.
great. The action scene's awesome. I'm a big fan of DC. I like actually a lot better than Marvel.
Okay.
Unlike most people who actually do like Marvel and DC.
I like both, but I'd have to say growing up, DC was probably my favorite.
Yeah, but yeah, they're both good, and I can't wait to see what Young Justice season 3 has to offer.
I'm right there with you.
Yep.
All right. Hopefully our viewers are excited about it as well.
I bet they all are.
All right. Thanks for joining us this week, Sam.
You're welcome.
All right. What's up, Alex?
Nothing
Nothing
much.
at all. Welcome back for another episode and a new season of Comic Book Club.
Yep, I'm really excited.
So am I. So am I. So listen, we've been talking about the New Jersey Comic Expo that I went to on this past Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't bring a whole lot with me, but I got that Jerry Ordway Captain Marvel sketch. I got that Jose Luis Garcia Flash, that penciled piece for the style guides for the new 52. And then I had a whole bunch of comics signed, including comics from Peter David for Kids in the Club, from Bob Layton for Kids in the Club. And then I took a whole bunch of pictures too. So if you're tuning into this video, feel free to come join us on Facebook at TNT Comics on eBay. Our Facebook page is at TNT Comics on eBay. Our videos are posted there. You can also find our videos on the school website, sjrs.org. All right, it's sjrs.org. And underneath Student Life, you can find Comic Book Club, and all of our past episodes are posted there as well. But again, if you're looking for pictures from the New Jersey Comic Expo and some of the people that were there and the people that we met for signatures, you can find us on Facebook at TNT Comics on eBay. Okay, also, the next day, Alex, I went to the the Jersey Shore Comic Book Show to see our friend Bob Petrecka.
Wasn't that in Tom's River?
It was in Tom's River. And Bob has come twice already to visit the Comic Book Club here at school.
Yeah.
Bob used to work for Marvel and DC Comics and Upper Deck, doing special cards for them. And he still works a little bit in that industry and more for Upper Deck. But one of the things that Bob used to do in the 90s was he used to ink Paris Cullens on a book called Hyperkind. So I want to take a moment to show this to you, all right? So he signed 2 of these Hyperkind issues for kids in the Comic Book Club who aren't with us today. But Paris Cullens was a big artist for DC Comics in the 80s, known mostly for Blue Devil, Blue Beetle, New Gods, etc. So last year I got this Blue Beetle piece from him, and then this weekend I had Bob Petrecka, his former inker on Hyperkind, ink this Blue Devil piece for me. So this is the Blue Devil with inks by Bob Petrecka over Paris's pencils. I hope you like it. And then like the other guys,
really
Alex,
good.
it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. And like the other guys, he signed a book for you. So he worked on this Doctor Strange number 47, and this one's for Alex, You're Strange, Bob Petrecka.
Thank you, Mr. P.
Oh, my
Thanks
pleasure.
a lot. And thank you, Bob.
Bob will be
Thanks.
back. He told me to let him know. I forgot if it was Monday or Tuesday. I didn't want to rush him on the day after the con, but he definitely will be back to see you guys again real soon.
Woo!
All right. Alex, anything else you want to talk about before the next kid comes on?
I just found out The Flash is ending at season 5.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
didn't know
sure
that.
why, but I'm upset.
Maybe because the
I
movie
think
will
they're
be
starting
coming
a
out.
new show.
Maybe that Justice League movie is going to come out with a new direction for the Flash, so they're going to wrap the season up by then, or the
Probably,
series up by
yeah.
then, probably. All right. Well, we'll look forward to the rest of the seasons. We're on season 3, right, with Flash? All right. So we got 2 more to go. Plenty to see.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back next week, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see who's up next on Comic Book Club.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. The episode keeps on rolling. Right back with Comic Book Club as one of our newest members. Lily's here. How are you, Lil?
I'm good.
Excellent. How do you feel about here being on TV with our first new episode and your first episode as a club member? What do you think?
I think I'm feeling pretty good.
Good.
A little nervous, but
Don't be nervous. It's just Emma on the other side of the camera. Forget all the other people watching us. Well, listen. You weren't here last year, so you didn't get a chance to meet Bob Petrecka yet. But you probably heard from the kids that he's been around a couple times. He's a friend of ours. He's also friends with Mrs. McLean, your social studies teacher. But he signed this for you. It says, "For Lily, big zap from Bob Petrecka here, one of his issues of Manhunter." I got these for the girls because this Manhunter that stars in this series is actually a woman. So I figured I might as well get a female comic for our female members. All right? That's for you. And here she looks like she's fighting the earlier incarnation of Manhunter from the 80s. So this is the 80s Manhunter fighting here the 2005 Manhunter. All right, so that's for you from Bob. All right.
thank you. This is really cool.
All right, I'm glad you like it. Anything else you want to say on your first episode?
I was not planning to.
All right. Well, how about a big goodbye? We'll see you next time.
Thank you, and I'll see you next time.
Perfect.
Okay.
Pause. There you go. All right, here we are, right back at you again with another brand new member of Comic Book Club. This is Emma. Hi, Emma.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How do you feel about being on TV today? Nervous?
Yeah.
Well, listen, don't be nervous. We got another one of those Manhunter issues for you, also signed by Bob. It says, "For Emma, big zap again, Bob Petrecka." All right, so that's for you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've never read this, but gotta get on with it.
You got to get on with that. And like I said, Bob will be coming back to visit everybody. Last time he was here, he brought prints for everybody, so we autographed those. We'll see what he brings next time. Anything you want to say to our viewers?
Yeah. I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be back in just a second with our next member. All right. So that's going to do it for us today. We're going to close out the first episode of the third season of Comic Book Club with a very, very happy Thanksgiving greeting for all of our friends. Hopefully you'll get a chance to see this before Thanksgiving. Maybe if we're lucky, Mrs. Hutton will have an opportunity to edit this Wednesday morning. I don't know what we got going on that day. But this is our first episode for Season 3, and it is our Happy Thanksgiving episode.
Wow. And I have something to add on to that.
What is that?
To all our viewers out there, thank you. If you've watched since the first season, you are a trooper. I mean, thank you so much. You're helping us out a lot. So
We appreciate it.
we appreciate it.
Listen, the kids like it too, okay? So in addition to getting to hear their take on things, because they're going to share with you comics that they own, they're going to share with you their ideas and their reviews of the television shows
some info on
and the
some
movies. And then I'll always, I'll bring in any artwork I pick up or things like that,
We'll tell you when Comic-Cons are.
and we'll let you know. So we look forward to seeing you again next time here at Comic Book Club. Don't forget, sjrs.org. You can find Comic Book Club there, or you can find us on Facebook at TNT Comics on eBay. All right, until next time, we're out.
Peace.
God bless.